Hello and welcome along to Greyhound Gold for another week. David Short and Brett Honey with you. How do you do, Badger?
G'day, Shorty. Going well. Looking forward to the weekend. Got some good racing ahead. Those 4 Dawesville Cup heats at Mandurah look quite interesting, and it's good to have those feature races back on a Friday night program. And of course, the Christmas gift high on the agenda there on Saturday night. A couple of really good cards, and hopefully we can find a few winners.
Indeed. Let's have a look at our run of the week from last Saturday night. Was, of course, the featured 275 race of the year, the Dart and Escapeway here from box number 5. Zooms through, musters through nicely to eventually take the early lead. Watch Me well drawn out wide. It zooms into it and up along the inside. Turtle Fernando railing up, but Escapeway keeps on going up front, holds out Turtle Fernando, who rails home into second, and Watch Me out wide runs a third. Rubidium finished in 4th place. 5:49 early, 15:85 the margins, a length by 1.5. Congratulations to James Jeffries and the Connections. Very zippy effort from Escapeway to take out the Dart for 2023, Brett.
Yeah, how good's the Dart? And Escapeway was very, very impressive. Impressive to break the line in that kind of a race when there was so much speed. We know, Rubidium was in 7, who's a known fence crasher, and so he had that to contend with, but was very, very good. Turtle Fernando was the punter's power there. Plenty of the punters out there getting involved on a place perspective with Turtle Fernando. So I think it was a race that's quite friendly to those having a wager. So really good race, and it's good as a bit of a point of difference. We see a lot of 520 metre free-for-alls where it's your typical 2 heats into a final. So it's nice to break up the calendar with a 275 metre race, and great for the Connections to get the very best over that distance. They can have their time under the big lights at Cannington on Saturday night. I'm all for it.
Indeed, and also the other of the features there on Saturday night, Inside Scoop taking out the Anniversary Cup for the Robartsons. Congratulations to the crew there with Inside Scoop, one of the emerging star sprinters here in WA.
They've had a big run, the Robartons and Jodie Jennings, over the last month. Of course, Hinto won the Group 2 Mandurah Cup, and then Inside Scoop. This dog's always promised a lot, and he's one that's typically done better from outside draws career to date, but that was super impressive to win from the inside there on Saturday. I was unfortunate about King Tommy, but it doesn't take away from the performance of Inside Scoop, and they've got every right to be very proud of him.
Indeed. Let's move on to Mandurah Friday night best bets. I'm going to kick it off race 8, number 8, Nangar Bubbles. High quality sprinter Nangar Bubbles, been racing really well both at Cannington as well as at Mandurah. Of course, went down to contest the Mandurah Cup Series. I thought it raced with distinction through that particular series against our very best sprinters. Gets room to operate here. There's a lot of speed drawn in 1, 2 and 3. They may well find each other. That'll allow Nangar Bubbles to be out wide, zooming into it. I think it should be able to put itself right up there in the firing line, and from there be very hard to beat. Race 8, number 8, Nangar Bubbles. And next best, I'm not too sure what sort of price this dog's going to be, but I thought it'd be hard to beat. Race 1, number 7, Hopeland, racing really well. The effort to win 2 starts ago in quick time was excellent. Something similar here would see it very hard to beat. So 2 key plays, race 8, number 8, Nangar Bubbles. Race 1, number 7, Hopeland.
Yeah, I thought punting was tricky this weekend, but I think If You Say in race 9, box 4 at Mandurah will get the job done. He's my best bet. He finished 4th last week in the 652 metre event, but you got to say that was a much harder field than what we have engaged here. This Greyhound has early speed. He did lead that event, and it stepped up to this distance quite quickly as well. It showed good form over 520 metres, then had a 600 metre event at Cannington. Again, that was a really good field, straight up to 652. You just think there has to be a lot of fitness improvement here with If You Say, and if he finds the front, they will not know which way he goes. Race 9, number 4, If You Say. For a bit of value, race 6, number 8, West on Gecko. Very much keen on the place here, Shorty. Bit of a 1x9 operation here, as I often do, but he's 360 for a place with Tab Touch, which I thought was quite appetising. He's drawn perfectly, West on Gecko, and he has won from this box over this trip. He did run 4th from box 8 last start. Probably just didn't get as close to the leaders as he would like, but he does have early speed, and it did look quite interesting here down in the inside boxes. There could be some buffeting there, so if he can get across, he can absolutely run a place, and if something was to happen to the short price favourite there, he may even surprise them. So keen to have an each way bet there. Race 6, number 8, Western Gecko, to go race 9, number 4, If You Say.
All right, on to the Saturday night Cannington card. card, I'm going to kick things off. My best bet, race 3, number 1, Flying Frida. She was back to her brilliant best last week. A stunning victory in sub 34.50. That's airborne. They don't run a lot quicker than that. Look, she's clearly got her confidence back with a few wins of late. Comes up with box number 1. If she just steps cleanly, gets a look at the arm and runs anywhere near that time, she'll be getting the chockies. Race 3, number 1, Flying Frida. And next best, race 10, number 8, Sunset Cobra. There's a few nice dogs in this race, so the price should be okay. Came from this draw last week when winning in 21 and 75. Got a good record when drawn off the track. Early split was what really struck me. 6.45 last week, so it draws the same box. If it can run that 6.45 again here, it's going to be right there up on top of the speed, and running 21.7 around there. Not too often you get rolled running those sorts of times if you're up on top of the pace. So 2 key plays: race 3, number 1, Flying Frida; race 10, number 8, Sunset Cobra.
Yeah, I've gone with a couple at a price at Cannington on Saturday night. My best bet, race 8, number 6, Honestly 2, got the cash first up last week at Mandurah. It's performed really well at Cannington before going in fresh, so no real concerns that it hasn't been at Cannington for a while. It is a small field, but that also does give her a bit of room to operate, and she's much better from a wide draw, so box 6 will be fine. I think she's a big chance to lead this race, and at 5.50 and 2.20 you're going to get a really good sight for your money there. There are some handy ones in the race, but that's why we're getting this price about a very good bitch there in Honestly 2. So race 8, number 6, Honestly 2. For a bit of value, people might think I'm crazy here, but I'm going to the Christmas gift. I'm teaming up with Dusty Deluxe, number 2. He's currently $17.380 with Tab Touch. I think he's going to lead this race, and I know Couch Surfer's in there and there's West on Nugget, but there's a lot of pace in this race drawn wide. I just think that he's going to be able to get away here. He's probably going to get run down, I concede that, but he's a big chance to hold on for a place here, Dusty Deluxe. He has been over 715 metres before and has placed on a couple of occasions. He's clearly in really good form, and he did run home in 11.41 last week on that quick track, which suggests that 715 isn't completely out of the equation, and particularly if it's a fast track like last week, he might even be able to hold on. So he's a big price there, but I think you're going to get a big run for your money there. Race 5, number 2, Dusty Deluxe to go. Race 8, number 6, Honestly 2. Good card there Saturday night. Yeah,
I've been with Dusty Deluxe's last couple of runs since it's come back to Cannington from Mandurah, and the runs have been excellent, both at good prices. So yeah, it's an acid test this Saturday against the real top liners like Couch Surfer and the likes of the other stayers that have been really just getting it done week in, week out. Clifton Cruz has been one of those dogs on the way through. West on Nuggets emerging, as you touched on, but getting the price to find out. So I might be having a little spec there myself on a Saturday night. Also, we'd love to wish all the very best to Big Energy and the Connections, who goes around at the Meadows on Saturday night in the Phoenix. The big slot race over there. Just needs to get the start right, Big Energy. He's got a big motor. If he can get clear and get a look at them, he's a very capable type.
And it was a big run in the Melbourne Cup. I know he didn't get the job done, but to make that kind of ground like he did against that kind of field, I thought he lost no admirers in the Melbourne Cup. So yeah, if he can get the start right, he's obviously going to be a massive chance there at the Meadows on Saturday night.
Indeed. So good luck to Kirsty Moore and all of the team there on a Saturday night with a very special big motor dog. Hopefully Big Energy can bring that energy on Saturday night. If you're looking for plans both this weekend and right throughout the course of the holiday period, which is just around the corner now, look no further than Greyhounds WA Mandurah or Greyhounds WA Cannington. Stacks of meetings on over the next 6 to 8 weeks while the kids are on holidays. Bring them along, have a night out. Best food and beverage team in the business. They'll show you a great time. That's it for our program for today. Thanks for your company as always. Make sure you tune in again this time next week for our next edition of Greyhound Gold.